Welcome to the Pew. And boy, oh boy, do we have a show for you today. Normally we don't have a show for you, but today we have a show for you.
We are going to spend this segment talking about this one nightclub invitation for ID Magazine, where Michael had this fiendishly clever idea that he would pay ID Magazine thousands of dollars to come to New York, do a party, and then
report about how fabulous we are.
And then write this huge article in their magazine about how fabulous we were. So why don't you tell them how that went?
Well, I guess they can already tell by the tone of your voice that it didn't go so well.
It was a global concept, according to the invite. It was a fashion show. It was the best of
featuring Ernie Glam, I think, was in there.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't want to mention my own name, but I will toot other horns. There was David Dalrymple was there.
It says Davis Dalrymple.
So we misspelled the one designer who's really actually successful and rich now. That was in this invite. Maria Ayala, who's still around.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, and Dean of...
what are you trying to say?
Is Dean of Tralalat Dean Bowery?
Yes, and he's doing
he's
something.
A very successful designer with Vera Wang
now.
Yeah. So there's actually two very successful designers on this list.
No, Zaldi.
Oh yeah, Zaldi was here. Oh yes, he is. So
at Pearl,
a cavalcade of club stars.
A cavalcade of clamoring club kids.
Designed to impress the discerning editors of ID Magazine.
Yes.
So we invited them over to our house before the party. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what you served?
I hope shit.
It was not shit. Michael had this trick where you would run to Balducci's, which was this this gourmet store, and then you would take all the food out of their takeout containers.
Well, you have to take them out of the takeout containers
fancy place
to eat them.
Like you made it.
Well, no, you have to take them out of the containers to eat it.
No, but you would pretend that you made it.
I wouldn't pretend to do anything. I would just serve it. And if they thought that I made it, then they thought that I made it.
If they thought you made it, all the better.
Well.
So we plied them with food, and then for dessert...
Lavished them with plane tickets. I think they wanted 5 or 6 plane tickets.
Yeah, they got... Yes, because there was a whole group of them. There was at least 5
assistants to the assistants. And
there was at least 6 of them, I think.
And hotel.
So they came... Hotel, airfare, dinner at our house, and then we served them drugs for dessert. I can't remember what we served them. Probably cocaine.
A combination of,
which we do not endorse doing now. But that's what we did.
I'm very sorry we did it.
Yeah. Boy, are we sorry. So then we took them to the club, and where they had all the alcohol they could drink.
And we
had to hire their DJ.
Yeah, yes, exactly. They had their, who was the worst DJ in the world. I mean, like, playing this awful...
It was John De Silva from the Hacienda.
Playing this awful house music, and...
No, he called it garage.
Those British people with their house music, they've taken one of our ideas, well, even to go back and forth, but they took our idea and they think that they're like, doing something so fresh and new. This was like in, 1980, 90, 90,
yeah, 1991, I think.
I mean, like, house music in 1991, I mean...
Well, the thing is that to the British people, just like people in the United States have this thing about, what's going on in England and how fresh it is. To them, they thought Chicago house music was really fresh in 1991. Meanwhile, it was like 4 or 5 years ago to us. So they were living for it.
Well,
and we were not.
They weren't living for us. We had their DJ. We had this gigantic fashion show of very expensive, mailed thousands of invitations, and then the article that came out, and Peter warned me. He said, I've dealt with ID many times, and he said they're gonna, don't think that you're gonna get something from them. So,
long story short, the article comes out, and
I mean, I don't even remember it. It was maybe. First of all, they didn't even mention our names.
It was a blurb like this,
and they didn't mention our names.
So you paid over $10,000.
It was something like, and thanks to the New York club kids, or something. Not even that. Just like thanks to had a great time in New York. I
remember them calling us the self-appointed.
Oh yeah, self-appointed.
The self-appointed arbiters of style.
Yeah.
For $10,000.
Yeah.
Insults. We'll be right back.
No, we forgot the punchline.
What was the punchline?
They finally did write about me.
Oh right. After he went to jail.
Yeah, in prison. There was like a 3-page spread of in
prison.
Yeah.
See, we'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Pew.
Welcome back to the Pew.
Okay.
Where we're now talking about is this the party that didn't happen?
It's the party
Oh my
that never
God!
happened.
And Specimen is on the back.
The party
I
that
love
never happened.
Specimen. One
Well-
of my favorite gothic Batcave bands.
Well, they didn't happen either.
So this is a rare, almost one of a kind.
I mean, it's probably I'm the only one who had it because they never went out. So
This is the party that Michael Alig organized that didn't happen at
Right.
Danceteria.
and it's because about a week before, the day after I picked up these invitations. So this was June 28th, probably June 21st. I picked these invitations up. Some 15 or 16-year-old kid fell down the elevator shaft at Danceteria, and the elevator went crashing down on top of them. So the party was canceled. And
Well, the club closed.
oh yeah, that too. And the kid died. The
died?
party was canceled, the club closed, and then the kid died.
The kid died.
Yes. And
How inconvenient.
how inconvenient. So we moved this party to Limelight. It was my first party at Limelight, and you'll rate it top drawer. And you can see the difference in Danceteria and Limelight. Limelight, glossy, rich, lavish.
That
Limelight.
wasn't the only difference between those two clubs.
Yes, this one was fabulous, and this one sucked.
But you went and had a party there anyway.
Yeah, I sure did.
And then you went on and on.
On and on and on. America's number one. That was me. This is me trying to make Limelight cool. America's number one Limelight. Yeah, right. This place was anyway.
And how much did they pay you?
Not a lot, like $500, but which was actually a lot back then.
Yes, $500 in 1986. So that was a lot for 1986.
Yes, it was actually. And Limelight was one of the few clubs to do that.
You might not even get that now. At some of
I
these
dare
cheap-ass clubs
say,
in
I
New
dare
York.
say, and because you know what, everything has gone up in price except for club stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's still the
Well,
same.
the drinks
virtually,
are like double the price.
you
but,
say that, but I remember the drinks being very expensive
No,
at
I
Tunnel.
used to buy drinks at the.
You did not.
Well, not at the Tunnel and Limelight or
All right,
Danceteria
all
or
right.
Palladium
or any of the other
Area
clubs.
or-
Yes,
But somehow I remember buying drinks somewhere. Or maybe
Where?
it's just, I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen you
Maybe
buy a
it's
drink
just a
ever.
hallucination.
yes. He gets so high and drunk that he hallucinates that
I
he's
lose
buying drinks.
money and then I think that I spent it all on drinks. In fact, I
but
just lost
but
it
the
foolishly.
clubs were $25 to get in then, and they are now.
Okay.
So I mean, they haven't. Everything else has gone up, but clubs.
Bitches want to know.
What do they want to know?
LP Moonstone wants to know how we came up with the name The PU for this show.
Well, I mean, I have my own way of coming up. How did you come up? I don't
Michael
know.
and I don't agree on how we came up
We
with
don't?
it. Do we?
I don't even know how. What you do? I don't. I mean, whatever it is, I don't agree with it.
Well, I thought it was an homage.
Wrong.
I thought it was an homage to Pepe Le Pew and
Oh.
and a mashup with the Pea Drinker, PU.
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably better than mine. Well, okay. And when you match it up with mine, which is a satire of the Chew and the View, you get the
You get
Pew.
the Pew.
Yeah. I mean, it just works on so many different levels.
The Pea Drinker, Pepe Le Pew, and
Barbara
the View.
Walters.
See you next time.
Bye.